excited. I made this once. I'm gonna tweak this recipe a little bit because the first time I made it, I had some different flavors going on just because I didn't have all the actual ingredients. So I made do with what I had. Today is a different story, and I'm gonna make a smaller batch because I made one with a huge Pyrex, but long story short, we're gonna make this all together the real way for the first time. So let's get cooking. What I really like about this recipe is that it's all about layering. So it's very simple as long as you have all the layers just to slap together. The most complicated part of this recipe is actually cooking the ground beef or beefless beef if you want to use that. I actually have this Loma Linda taco filling. This is actually from Costco, and I'm going to be using this as my meat. But typically, if you wanted to do like a ground turkey, ground beef, whichever one you prefer, I think the recipe, the original recipe calls for ground beef. You're gonna make kind of like your beef seasoned and delicious. So this is where I deviate quite a bit from the recipe. Now, in the original recipe, you're gonna cook up your beef first by sauteing some onions in a pan, adding your beef, and then adding taco seasoning. I am actually going to be using the new everything but the Elote seasoning from Trader Joe's. I used this in my first round of this recipe, and I felt like it really did a great job at seasoning my meat. And I used soy chorizo the first time, which I actually really liked. So we'll see how this fares compared to the soy chorizo. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna be cooking up my onions now just to get them fragrant before I add the meat portion. And I'm gonna be using my avocado oil. Use whatever oil that you guys prefer, but I think this is a really good oil because it can go up to higher heats and it's pretty clean. So I'm gonna just add a drizzle of that into the pan, and then I'm gonna add my onion. And I cut about half of a small yellow onion for this. You're just gonna cook your onion until it's about translucent and kind of smelling yummy in the air. I'm also gonna add a little salt and pepper to it while it's simmering. It shouldn't take more than 3 minutes. And then I'm gonna add the taco filling and the elote seasoning and cook for maybe like 5 to 6 minutes until it's like heated throughout, and then just setting it to the side. So I'm gonna add my oil. And then turning on the stove to medium right now. So here's my onion. I don't know about you guys, but I love the smell of onions cooking. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So I'm gonna add this taco filling to the rest of my onions. So as you guys could see, I did a very generous amount of the elote seasoning. I'm new to this spice and I'm kind of just playing around with it. So last time I made it, I thought it tasted pretty good, and so I just did a lot because I like it, and why not, right? Cooking is all about experimenting and figuring out what goes with what tastes good, and that's what I like doing when I cook. One thing I did want to mention before I continue is you can double this recipe and use a big Pyrex. I did that the first time and it was a ton. It lasted like for 3 days, 3 different meals for myself, Tim, even my dad when he came over to watch Benson. So it was a lot. We don't need that much. So I'm doing this size pan. I don't know what size this is. And I wish I had a clear glass one of this, but I don't. So this is what I'm using. The first thing you're gonna do is take your refried beans or any beans that you really like. I love this recipe. As most of the ones that I cook, it's very versatile and you can use a lot of different things in substitution for other things. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these pinto beans and just smear them in an even layer at the very bottom. This is the first layer of the casserole. Now, while I'm smearing these beans on the bottom, if you're making it right away, you can go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. This goes in for 30 minutes. I'm actually not cooking this right this second. We have to run to the store and get some avocado to top it off with. So I'm gonna just put it in the fridge and cover it and then bake it when we get home. Another great tip about this recipe is that you can make this and it stays in the fridge for 2 days before having to cook it. So if you have company coming over the next day, or you just wanna have something ready to go on a busy day that you know you don't have time to make dinner, you can just have this all ready to go and pop it in the oven when you want to. Now that my beans are in an even layer, I'm gonna add my meat to the next layer. So I'm just gonna dump it in and then spread it out just like I did my beans. And these are piping hot. So we got beans, we got meat, and then we're gonna do some sour cream. So these of course are all the ingredients that can get baked. When I start doing the toppers, you're not gonna wanna add those until the second baking portion, because there's 2 times that you're baking this. One time to get all these layers really cooked through, and then the next time to get the softer layers on top cooked through, and then the very top layer, which you can do like lettuce, chips, anything that you want that doesn't necessarily need to be baked. Avocado, all those things you don't really want to be baked. So I'm using probably about half a tub of sour cream, which seems like kind of a lot actually. And I'm just gonna smooth it over the top. It kind of mixes together. It's fine. Nobody will know when you actually put it in a tortilla or just eat it as like a taco salad later on. All right, so I got my sour cream layer, and then the last layer before we pop it into the oven is the cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a generous layer of cheese. You guys can do as much as or as little as you want. And voila! So we have this ready to go into the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. But I am going to put it in my refrigerator for a little bit, and then I will be back to finish this off. So the next time you guys see me, this will already have been cooked in the oven for 30 minutes, and then we'll do the next layers, and we're gonna cook it in the oven for about 8 more minutes, and then do our toppings, and it's ready. So I actually sent the boys out to Costco to get the avocados. I got my tomato here, so I'm gonna do some toppers. Tomato, some black olives. I'm also gonna add some lettuce to the very top. I'm not cooking that, but I am gonna cook the tomatoes and the olives once I layer those on top. And you can also add chips. I did the corn dippers on the last one, and let me tell you, it was a fantastic idea. I had just a little bit left of the corn dippers, and I just kind of crunched them in the bag. I layered them on top, and it gave a little bit of a crunch. Oh my gosh, so yummy. So I'm gonna cut my tomato, and I'll just chat with you guys. I'm dicing it up kind of small. Today I was supposed to get a pedicure with my girlfriend, and we get there, and the lady's like, oh, you're actually not scheduled today for your pedicure. And I'm like, what do you mean? I scheduled this last week. So what did we do instead? We decided to go have a little girls' lunch, and we got some drinks. We got some appetizers to share. We got this hummus that's delicious. Hi, Sunny. And then we also got this like tomato medley that was in olive oil and fresh garlic cloves. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Served on this little sourdough toast and some cheese on the side, like a brie. Oh my gosh, it was so dang good. So that was our lunch, and I brought Tim home a burger from there because that's what he wanted. So that was my day so far. Okay, so I diced up my tomato, and then I'm just gonna open these olives, and let's see, how much time do I have left? 16 minutes. Hopefully the boys will be back. I'm gonna basically, I think I'm not gonna have a tortilla today. I'm just gonna eat it as a taco salad because I love me a taco salad. So I just scoop it out, and then I'll add extra lettuce on top. And Tim's gonna probably use these tortillas to make like a burrito. Hopefully he can get avocados that are ripe enough. If not, scratch the avocado plan. Last time I made this, I actually made a little guacamole, and it was really good. I guess we'll just have to wait until Tim and Benson get back home. The oven just beeped, and Tim is not here. Calling him. Where? Oh, where? How far away is he? Put him on speaker. He doesn't even know. Hello?
Hello?
Where are you?
At the park right now?
Tim, are you on your way home?
Yeah, we're right next to a park.
Okay, well, you're on the video, so you might want to change your voice.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Well, you are, and it's staying in. You're not cutting it out. This is staying in. So you're coming home with avocados?
Yeah, I got avocados.
All right, see you soon. Hey guys, that's real. That's my husband. Anyways, I'm gonna pull this out. I got this little doohickey here, because it's gonna be real hot. Ooh, it's bubbling. Can you guys see? Can you see it? Smells really good. I'm gonna layer this now with some tomatoes. And then next, I'm gonna do some olives. I'm only gonna do half olives because Tim doesn't like olives. The boys are home. So I'm gonna do just like half olives on this side. Hi. Oh yeah, that's right. Are there any ripe avocados in there?
I picked the most ripe one I could find.
Okay.
This one right here.
You guys really see our height difference? Tim's a lot taller than me. He just always hunches over in the videos. Half olives. I'm not giving you olives.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I got the avocado, so I'm just gonna dice this up and then just kind of put it on top once this bakes again. So I'm gonna put it in the oven for probably like 5 minutes because I don't think it needs to be in any longer than that. It's really cooked through. And then I'll top it with some lettuce. It's finally time to do the plating. And I forgot to mention, you can actually put tater tots in here too. So I'm actually doing a tater tot bowl for Benson. I just heated up a few tater tots and I'm just gonna plop this right on top of it. So I'm just gonna take a little avocado and put it on top. So it doesn't look the prettiest, I know, but I'm gonna try it and let you guys know how this one tastes because the last one was different. Here we go. That's delicious. Guys, the saltiness of those olives are like little bursts of happiness on my tongue. I didn't put olives in my last one. I regret it now, but I'm so glad I did it in this one. Woo! Those olives take it to the next level. I'm telling you, this is such a delicious, this is way better than my first time. That's my first take. Secondly, olives are a must if you like them. Thirdly, all these flavors just mesh and meld so well, and actually the crunch of the lettuce makes it so you don't really need chips. I think last time I didn't put as much lettuce on the top, and highly recommend to pile it on if you want that crunch and that freshness. All in all, so dang delicious. I cannot wait to sit down and eat my taco salad. And then Tim is gonna just take his little burrito and make a burrito out of it. And I'm just gonna top a little bit on Benson's and we're good to go as a family to eat dinner. So all in all, it was a success. I'm super happy with how this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of random, but if you like these cooking videos, give it a thumbs up. I will definitely make more. Subscribe if you guys like these videos and Trader Joe's. And that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.